What is good, Vibe Gang? It is your boy Ray here with the new Ren song and the Ren reaction. Listen, I did. One of my subscribers hit me up. I know Ren dropped this last couple days ago. He dropped this, and I was going through my own thing, but I'm back. And my boy gave me the backstory, but one of my subscribers gave me the backstory on this song. And just for those that don't know who Ren is, so you can understand what this song is about. So, Ren's got a song called "Freckled Angel." That was a dedication song to his friend Joe. So he made that song, and this song right here, it's gonna be a little bit tough to react to because I mean, personally, I have situations in my life that the way he broke it down to me, this is going to be a goodie. This is going to be something very delicate to speak about. And there's a lot of people out there that is going through what they're going through. And I'm really, one of the things that I hope that you guys get out of this video is understand that there's always help. There's always somebody out there that you can talk to. And just know that you are needed and you are wanted in this world. And it just so happens that you have to be the one to reach out. There's a lot of situations that people go out and they do everything they can to help the person that's going through it, and it works. But there's a lot of situations that I've seen personally that it was never spoken about, it was never brought up, it was never mentioned, and it's hard for a person to go through what they go through and go through it by themselves and understand there's so many people out there that they're really out there to help. There's so much love out there that you may not think. The way I see it is the person is going through what they're going through. That one person that you're avoiding to talk to about because you know what they're gonna do and they're gonna go full fledged and help you and do things that you don't want because you're feeling comfortable in your own misery. That person is the one person that you need to start listening to and open yourself to and talk to get you that help that you need. Look, there's a lot of things going on in this world, and we lost a lot of people due to the COVID, and we lost a lot of people due to war, and we lost a lot of good people due to like the most dumbest things in the world. Let's not be that person to pretty much change everybody else's life because you don't understand. You think you're alone. You think no one understands. You think that no one is there for you to actually speak to you and give you advice and help you out. There's so many people out there that we have to take this situation, we have to take this conversation serious because it's happening more and more, and I've been seeing it more and more on social media, and I've been hearing about it in like outside of social media, like in around where I live, around where I work, and there's a lot of people out there that is doing a lot of harm to themselves and harm to their families. And as you guys know, this page is about positivity, it's about uplifting, it's about helping others out. It's about showing people that you're not by yourself. I'm here. I've been through it. I've done everything possible for me not to get back into that state of mind. And it's just sometimes you just need good people around you to help you do that. So we're gonna get right into the track. I just want to do real quick. Federico, do me a favor and cut the beat. Appreciate you, my brother. I just want to take a 10-second, just let's stay quiet for 10 seconds so we could say a prayer and and pray for Ren and Ren's friend and his family's friend, his friend's family and everything, and just let's just say a prayer for them because it's not easy going through this type of deal, especially when you're close to somebody. And I can absolutely tell you that I've lost people in that fashion, and these are people that are really, really close to me. Like, extremely close. So let's take a 10-second, sign of respect to Joe and for Ren, and just so we can be able to start this on the positive note and understand that we're here for you, Ren, and I ain't afraid to talk to nobody. So if you're going through it and you have nobody to talk to, which I doubt, I know you probably do, but you could always hit me up and I could always have a conversation with you, and we could talk it out and everything. Because I've been through it, I've seen it so many times in my life that I wish I did it, but unfortunately that's where we're at right now. So the song is called "Suicide." Ran, my brother, it is on you. Let's go.
Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right
I like that. I like that. I like what he's doing with the video. That's like how your brain is right now. Your brain, you see how everything's so distorted? Not really distorted, but you can't get a legit just one. Everything's going all over the place. It's like all going crazy. Look at the gentleman's face sitting down there. It just starts changing around. Everything's so distorted. And when Ren does his music videos and with his music, you got to pay attention to everything. Like on the real, you got to pay attention to the video. You got to pay attention to the lyrics. You got to pay attention to the chorus. Everything, because everything works so well together. He does it crazy.
treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but
Miscount sheep, I can't sleep. You know how you go to sleep, says count sheep so you can go to sleep faster. Miscount sheep, that's fire, bro. I'm telling you, Ren, I'll tell you later.
suicide, suicide. I'm so fucking lonely beneath this. Narcissistic, can't keep a secret. Miscount sheep, I can't sleep, a misfit. Some say trouble, but some say sadistic. Bruises my brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises
My skin felt counterfeit silicone rubber. I didn't feel like myself in my own skin. That was fire, bro. It's just he's different.
brother, one time or the other. My skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you.
The metaphors are stupid. All his metaphors. Say something about his sister. By the way, him and his sister do have a good relationship.
The other, my skin felt counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist.
Bruise is my sister. Ooh, that was fire.
Silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig.
Skin pops the blister. Oh, that's
Felt
fire.
counterfeit, silicone rubber. Bruises my sister, skin pop the blister. Dig deep, resist the feeling when it hits you. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
That's crazy. You see how the skulls change from skulls to human faces? Boy, man. This is tough. And I'll guarantee that this is probably one of the most difficult songs that Ren could ever write, because this is actually about his boy, his friend. And I've always found that music always helps out through any type of situation. You just gotta find the right one. I believe that part of my issue back in the day, in the battle days, was I was listening to nothing but negativity. The music that I was listening to wasn't there was no deep concept behind anything that I was listening to when I was going through it. Everything was either a negative or it was just rap. It wasn't anything with context. And me starting to listen to Ren, and me starting to listen to like NF, me starting to listen to Tom. I hate the word woke. I hate that word because because woke means conscious. You're conscious enough to understand what they're talking about and understand the situations that we're going through in the world. Ren by far is one of those because he does it in a point where he's not trying to. It's all through emotion. It's not. It's not what am I going to do to make this record hit and make me money. This is all emotion coming out of him. So when he does that and then he puts a concept together, this guy's mind is crazy. It's like almost damn near genius type of mind. Because everything works together so well.
Light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy.
I like that. They added the sick boy hook or intro. Sick boy, sick boy. Come on, bro. And after the week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, whatever weeks I had going through what I went through, I got to say that I was listening to a lot of Ren. I was trying to get the influence. I was trying to get that oomph to actually get up and actually come back and do my reactions. And it sucks because physically, if I can't do it, I don't want to overdo it. And if something happens, I do have wife, I do have kids, and I have to be there for them. So my health is always going to be, from this point on, the most important thing. In this past couple of days, I had to do a lot of reflecting and understanding that before I was putting my health last, I didn't give a crap if I had 2 hours of sleep. I got videos to do. I got to go to work. I got to do what I got to do. I didn't care about none of that. But now I need to start getting back to it and getting back. I lost some weight. I know.
Really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
Sick boy, bitten by a tech boy. I feel like it's not me, it's the world that's sick.
Right.
I'm so fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip.
I'm so washed up. I'm seasick. Like washed up because like the shore it washes. That's dude, and he still gets you with bars, bro. I mean, he's amazing.
So
bro.
fucking washed up and seasick. Masochistic kid with a split lip. 6 feet deep, I can't eat, I'm nervous. Won't stay down cause my body purges. Useless, my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale.
Ooh. Talk about his sickness. He talk about his sickness and when he gets sick, he can't eat. And it's like telling his mom it's useless. There's no point to feed me. Cause I'm just gonna throw back. And can you imagine? This is why he has to be respected more than a lot of people out there right now that are getting respect. Because it's a fact. This man is going through a lot of stuff through his life, and then he has to deal with his sickness, and then he has to deal with his therapy, and then he has to deal with putting music out there, and then. It's a lot for one person to handle, but he does it very well.
My body purges. Useless, my mother, can't keep in my supper. Skin so pale, cause my cheeks leak color. Truth is my father, you choose your karma. Draw for the sword, then drive through the armor. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Falling through the cracks of the night sky. A light goes out on the other side. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Oh, I, oh, I, oh, I. Treading on the tracks in the night time. It never really felt like the right time. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide.
See, man, it's Ren has a gift of telling a story. Whether it be a fictional story or whether it be a real life story. Like right now, we talking real life. He's talking his real stuff, what he really goes through, and everything. The mental health part of it, and then his sickness, and then everything. How to get through all these things. He is absolutely awesome when it comes to storytelling. You know, the last person that I saw storytelling like that I actually enjoyed, me personally, Tupac. cannot tell me that Tupac was not one of the best storytellers. Brenda had a baby. That baby 45 years old right now working at Kmart. Don't tell me nothing about that. The storytelling is there. I think, me personally, I think if Pac was still alive, I think he'll be into Red's type of music. I think he honestly will be into Red's type of music. Because y'all guys have to understand something. Tupac was not a gangster. I know his stomach said thug life. He went to Juilliard. Don't tell me nothing about Tupac. Tupac is one of the best rappers in the world. But when I tell you, storytelling wise, it's unmatched. It's unmatched. Red has a way of telling you something, and if you don't get it or if you don't understand what story he's trying to paint for you, it's because you're not paying attention. That's a fact. Who did your editing?
Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. Suicide, suicide, suicide. It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sega, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is that the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man, I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying, and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hearse. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd, fuck.
We're gonna have to bring that part back. I had to let it play. I had to let it play because he changed everything. He changed the beat. He's talking to his boy, his friend Joe. So pretty much, shout out to Greg for giving me the info on this one. So for those of you that don't know, this is being told to me. So I don't know if this is the absolute truth, but I'm pretty sure it is. Greg is a big Ren fan, so pretty sure it is. But I think his homegirl called Ren, told him what's going on with Joe. Ren was not that far from the bridge that his friend jumped off. And he tried to call him on the way, and he was like a couple of minutes late. That's why he said the 5-minute mark. And then I believe they couldn't find his, damn man, fuck. You hear the sadness. You hearing his voice. That was like off rip. That was not. You can hear that boy is not. Oh my God. Let's bring it.
Suicide, suicide, suicide. It's hard to take off from the ground when your wings are cut. Your stomach burns when you're drinking from an empty cup. You know the entire ocean came from my tear ducts. I see the world through Fibonacci sequences and double Dutch. I guess there's some that's born lucky, there's some that's not. I tried to cut away my bitterness, hatchet job. I locked my youth inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dumped the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped.
Everything that he just said right there, the night that you jumped our childhood, because he grew up with Joe. They were raised as young lads. They were young. They grew up together. They were best friends. I'm pretty sure they were like the best of friends. Go listen to Franco Angels. I did a reaction to that one, and that one was dope. I got a lot of information over that video as well. So I put all my childhood memories inside the trunk, and I drove it off the same bridge that you jumped out of. That right there alone is like, what can you really say? Like I lost one of my closest friends, and it was because of suicide. And my worst regret was through I think 2 months before this happened. He comes out and he calls me up, and then I told him, I fucking told him, dude, I don't have a lot of room, but get a flight and get to Florida. And you can stay with me just to get out of whatever is going on with you. You could hear in his voice he wasn't the same person. Something changed, something happened. But he decided to move to the Dominican Republic, and that's where he took his life. And a lot of people saying that it was that the vehicle, he was drunk and he drove off a cliff, but that wasn't. I don't believe, because I sit back and start listening to the conversations that me and him had in my head, and he was going through a lot, and maybe the alcohol had a lot to do with it, but and it's one of those things that you don't know unless people tell you, unless they open their mouths and actually explain to them. That's what I'm saying. It's very important that if you are going through what you're going through, I still got the lady's email that I could give you guys. All you gotta do is ask for it. That is a licensed psychiatrist, and she's not charging to have a conversation with you. And then she could lead you to the right direction and try to help you out as much as possible. If you need that email, please let me know. Hit me on my Instagram. You're gonna get me a lot quicker there than any place else. And I'll go ahead and I'll send you the email so you can contact her. But it's one of those things that if I would have known for a fact, even if I had to go and fly to New York and pick him up myself and bring him over here by force, I would have done it. And that was one of the lowest points of my life, and I wasn't there for him. So it kind of still hurts to this day. But I know I can never forget him. I can never forget him. I got stories for days with me and my boy. I got stories for days. We lived it up when we were in New York together, and it just sucks. So please, if you do need somebody to talk to, you can hit me up. And I try to get to you as quick as possible. And if I don't, and if it's a while before I can get to you, I get a lot of emails and I got a lot of messages a day, and let's get back to it.
Inside a trunk, inside a pickup truck, then dump the whole thing over that same bridge the night you jumped. I think about that sometimes, vividly. What it felt like to look down and see tranquility. One sudden movement in a world of possibility. Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I'm...
You're talking about that moment, the actual moment. Like, he looked down, there's tranquility. That means there was not a trace of it. The water was calm, everything was... and they couldn't find him. And then... come on.
Only one movement to expose our fragility. I fucking miss you, and I miss myself. I miss thinking we were indestructible as well. I miss chilling by the pier cave and kicking back with Callum, Hugo, Sager, Justin, Stevie and the fucking lads. I miss missing that. I numb myself to close the gap. I never even call them up. The distance is my plaster cast. The truth is to the day you jumped, my childhood jumped too. But I still can't find that anger. All I find is missing you, man. I miss you. With all my rhymes, I picture running 5 minutes quicker, I'm right on time. I picture pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine.
See, that's a problem. That's the main problem. one of the main problems that we have, and I'm not saying as a society, mainly as men, that we, for some reason, there's a stigma out there that men are supposed to be these tough dudes that can't open up, that can't talk about what they're feeling or anything like that because that makes you less of a man. We need to cut that shit off now because it's absolute bullshit. Don't matter if you're a man. It doesn't matter if you're. It doesn't. None of it matters. You cannot keep on holding all that anger and pain inside of you without talking to somebody because the results are not going to be nice. They're not going to be pretty. It's going to be the most horrible results in the world. And some people don't take that route and do not commit suicide, but there's other people that take the drug route. They try to numb their brain so much to try to forget everything. They try to just be in a zone. When it's just talking can relieve a lot of that pain that you feel. You'll be surprised who could actually relate to what you're going through. You'll be absolutely surprised. And this is exactly why Ren is the shit. So this reason alone. This conversation needs to be had. Period. So let's stop talking about who's your top 5 favorite rapper, who's the top 5 places that you like to go eat, and all this hatred and all this bullshit that's out there. But we can't sit down and talk about this though. It just shows you. It just shows you where we at mentally as human beings. And I just love everybody. That's my thing. Everybody, even if you don't like me, even if you hate what I do or hate how I am or whatever the case is, I still love you. We don't have to communicate with each other every day. You don't have to follow me or anything like that. It's always going to be love. If you're a human, I love you. We're all we are is a whole bunch of lost souls with no direction. That's all we are. We have no direction in what we're doing. And the people that are actually trying to show you the right direction, the people that are actually trying to show you how to get it right, we don't listen to because it's too hard. I don't want to do it. It's too hard. It's even harder when you don't get the help. It gets worse. There's a lot of people that I talk to, and they're like in the cusp. In their mind, they're still in that fuzzy thing. There's nothing wrong with me. It's everybody else the problem. They still in that fuzzy mode. They just are in denial right now. I'm gonna keep on bugging them, and I'm gonna keep on texting them, and I'm gonna keep on talking to them until I'm blue in the face. My wife didn't give up on me. I would not give up on anybody around me that's going through that. At all. Red, 28 minutes, brother.
Pulling you back over the edge and then we're crying and holding you, my brother, and telling you that it's fine. Not the way that it worked, cause I was late like a jerk. There's not a day where I could find a way to break from the hurt. Your body missing, so we never got to wave to the hers. I hope you're listening, I love you, man, I miss you absurd. Fuck.
Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, he doesn't miss. He absolutely doesn't miss. This guy's, every time he drops something, it's something amazing. Like I said, if you guys need the email, let me know through Instagram. That's my Instagram tag right there. Just let me know on Instagram, and I'll go ahead and I'll get you that email as soon as possible. Look, I love you guys. Thank you so much for listening. Ren, beautiful song. I felt the pain. I felt the emotion. It's one of those tracks that it could work on anybody's situation, no matter what level they're in their depression or their mental health. This will help out everybody and let them understand they're not the only ones. And that's a fact. I love you guys. I got one more coming, and I'm going to talk to you guys in a minute. Peace.